What's up, everybody? Yep, it looks a little bit different. Welcome to the Fryar Place, where the conversations are fire. I'm Irving Fryar, the host here at the Fryar Place. We're actually not in the Fryar Place because we're not in the studio. We are away and we have our mobile set up. So I know it looks a little bit different, but we're still going to give you some great content today. Y'all come on in the room. It's good to see. I think I have, boy, y'all were waiting. This is not our normal time. Were you waiting since 12 o'clock for me to come on? That's a good thing. So we're late today. This is not our normal time, but we were traveling. We're out of town right now, but that's okay. We still are going to do a show, and we have a great guest for you today. So y'all come on in the room. I see a few of you who are already logged in. Please acknowledge yourselves. Please let me know who is on right now. I see, 8, 9, 10 of y'all on already. Let me know who's there. Say hi. Say what's up. Say boo. Say something. I see you. My mama is watching right now. Mama, you're wondering where I am today, huh? Haven't called you today. You're probably wondering where I am. Isaiah, the saga is on. Yeah, watching us right now. Thanks for being on with us. Y'all, listen, if you have any questions for our guest today, and this is, we're different here at the Fryar Place. I think people expect us. Tavia, what's going on down there in Texas? My gosh. Wow. Hello to you, too. People expect me here at the Fryar Place to always have athletes on. And I've had athletes, some great athletes, some Hall of Fame athletes, former football players. But we've had a plethora of people from a plethora of arenas, from financial experts to mental health, and wellness experts, people, all kinds of people on. We've had Olympians on. It's been really, really great doing this show, and we really had an opportunity to talk to some fantastic people who have some fantastic stories. That's what the Fryar Place is all about. Conversations that are fire. Marilyn, I see you. God bless you. Y'all stay in with us right now. Listen, I want to introduce our guest. I want to bring him in right now because we don't have all night. We're late as it is. We're 5 hours behind schedule, but I appreciate you all being on right now. He's laughing in the background. Listen, he's a comedian, all right? I'm not going to bring him in yet, but I'm going to say this. He's comedian from South Jersey. His name is Will Wright, okay? But he's been at the Stress Factory, New Jersey, done shows at the Laugh Factory in California, done shows at Broadway Comedian Club in New York City, Punchline in Philly, Improv in Dallas, the Tri-Jam podcast, and then All Jokes Aside podcast. I wonder if that's serious or not. All jokes aside. You're supposed to be fun. Anyway, let me bring him on. What's going on, Will? How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, how you doing, man? I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All is well with you?
Yeah, man. It's a blessed day, man.
Yeah, I hear you. That's good. That's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. You're the second comedian
Okay.
I've had on the show. Yeah, I've had.
Well, that's cool.
I forgot.
That's
I
cool.
forgot. No, I forgot. And he was, man. He didn't do any jokes. He had us crying. Actually, he started crying. telling his story.
I, I'm,
Uh,
I might get
um,
there too. You never know. I
well,
might get there too.
Junior from the Steve Harvey show. You know,
Oh, from the radio
yeah,
show.
yeah, from the radio show. He was
That's
on
what's up.
about a year ago, man, and he was, wow,
Mm,
he got serious about, he has some physical challenges that he grew up with that
hmm
restrains him, and man, he got to talking and started crying, had
Yeah.
me crying. Yep.
You know, I get you, man. Look, hey, man, we comedians, we deep too, man.
What?
We got a side on us too.
Well, you're people. We're people, and everybody's
Yeah.
dealing with something. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a challenge. Everybody has
Everybody
obstacles
dealing
and
with something.
mountains to climb. And
For real.
the people who are successful, the people who are the ones who are productive in their lives, are the ones who are able to deal with those challenges, deal with those mountains, deal with the adversity, come out on the other side, and yes, be affected by it, but affected by it because they become better because of it.
Yeah, true. True.
That's what the struggle's supposed to do for us. It's supposed to make us strong. So talk to me, man. What I've never understood this because it would scare me to death. I'm a preacher, and I preach in front of people all the time.
hmm
But I'm coming from the scriptures, and God gives you the interpretation and all that kind of stuff. But you're a comedian, and what
hmm
what made you want? I mean, how did you become a comedian? Was that something that was in
Uh,
you when you were a
so
child, or what?
I mean, I always been funny. I never thought. All right,
Well,
so this is the
I
thing.
can be
I always,
funny, but I'm not a
I was,
comedian.
yeah. So I was always funny, but I never. I didn't know you could be a comedian. I thought you had to like be on. Only way you could be on a comedian is you was on TV. I didn't know you could like go down to an open mic and kind of start your career sort of or some type of like something like
Okay.
that. So what made me actually start doing stand up, the first time I ever did stand up was at my church. And my father's a minister. Well, was a minister. He passed away not too long ago. But
Hmm.
um my father's my hero at that. So before we lost him like a long time ago, I think I was like I want to say like 12, 13 years old. I almost lost my father then. And and in one of my prayers, I told God, like, what if you keep my father long as you can, long as he can, I do anything I can with my father, like any kind of experience, whatever. So my dad was a singer. So my church had a talent show for Black History Month. And I
Hmm.
just put my name down, but I knew I was going to do comedy. So I did stand up for the first time at my church. So that's kind of like that was kind of like the beginning. But what made me actually say, "Yo, I'm gonna really take this serious," was like probably maybe the third time I ever got on stage, and I
Hmm.
got real nervous, and I was like, "I'm not gonna let this defeat me."
Wow.
So it was
Wow.
that.
So you've had one of those experience. Have you had? That's one of the questions that comedians are asked all the time. Have you ever gotten on stage and bombed?
Of course, of course. Of course, bombing is a humbling experience.
Hmm.
In the beginning, it's a hurtful experience,
Right.
but
Right.
as you grow, it become a humbling experience. It's like at one like in the beginning when I bombed, I was just like, "Yo, this hurts." Like I feel like my girlfriend broke up with me and told me she wasn't coming back. Like it felt like that. Like it was just hurtful. It's like, God, for real, you gonna do
So
this right
so
now?
yeah. So I asked that question because there are people who are watching right now. Mary, I see you. Farmer, I see you. What's going on? Ruiz, Mary Ruiz, God bless you. Thanks for being with us today. There are people who are watching right now and people who will watch
Mm.
this podcast who have had challenges in their lives, who have failed. They've
Oh
sought
yeah.
out after something, whether it's been a career, whether it's whatever it is, and it didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out, and they've had the same feelings as you. Tell them how you bounce back, man, because I can only
Oh
imagine.
man.
I mean, I've
Oh
seen
man.
preachers. I've done it before as a preacher. Gotten it early
hmm
on when I started preaching. I got in front of people and I forgot what I was going to say, and I
Oh
mean
yeah, that
I
happened.
cried like a baby after that. I bombed. I went back in the pastor's office and they had to
I
console,
think that got
bro.
to be that
They
got to
put me
be
on
the worst.
suicide watch.
That got to be the worst feeling because that got to be worse because I got to make you laugh. You saving souls.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You
and
bombing, you saving souls. Like man, what happened, man? Three people went to hell instead, bro. I don't know what happened.
look,
Bro.
that's
I
the
don't know
comedian in
what
him.
happened.
That's the comedian in
yeah.
him.
But
But
uh,
yeah,
but
so tell the people how, because that's a tough. You're in a tough arena. That's a tough field.
nah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. So the truth is, so the first time I ever bombed, I I bombed 1 week. So my first, all right, I put like this. My first couple of times I did good. So like the first 3 times I ever did stand up, I did decent. The first time I ever bombed, um, it hurt. And then like the following week I went back and I bombed again. And then the following week I went back and I did okay. And then I
Okay.
started getting better and I started getting better and better. And then, like I told you, after a while, humbling becomes a great experience. Okay. But what made me okay that third week
Hmm.
was I'm a real firm believer of prayer. So I prayed about it and I just kept praying about it. And literally the guy when I that third week when I went back, he was like, yo, I see, man, you've been working. You were, and I'm looking at him like, you just don't know. I've been praying. I didn't study nothing. I didn't look at nothing. I didn't like try to figure it out real crazy too much. I mean, it was like little things I had to pick up on other comedians, yes, but like what actually helped me was prayer. Like I'm not gonna front. So people, if you ever fell in that something, just pray about it.
Yeah,
Just pray
yeah.
about it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen when you need it.
Well,
And it
the
happened.
preparation, yeah, and watch this. The preparation was done in private. The
Yeah,
performance is
yeah, yeah.
always done in public. So what
Public.
you see in
Yeah,
public is comes from the preparation that takes place in private.
yeah,
So
yeah.
whatever it is we're doing or trying to do or trying to accomplish, we got to put the work in. You got to put the work in.
Not,
And
not
sometimes even when
definitely.
you put the work in, because when I bombed that time when I was preaching, I had put the work in. I spent time studying. I got up there and froze. It was
It
ugly,
happened.
man. It
It
happens. You
happens.
you you have to be resilient. You have to know what your lane is and what your calling is. Is this something that I'm really supposed to be doing? Is this the direction I'm really supposed to be going in? If so, you're always going to have challenges. You're going to have valleys. You're going to have mountains. Don't feel so high because it ain't that good, and don't feel so low because it's never that bad.
No, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So when you so what was it? And I hate I don't I'm sorry for staying there on this. So what
No, it's
exactly
fine. Come
was it?
on.
Did you forget what you were going to say? The people just didn't laugh? You didn't get the response you
Nah.
thought? The jokes that you had prepared, they just weren't funny or what?
All right. So comedy, I'll break this down to you. So comedy is an energy thing,
All right.
right? Without a crowd, it might not be funny. Even because I react off of energy, right? You
Okay.
react on off of how someone's laughing, how sometimes I gotta pause, allow them to laugh, and
Right.
then get into the joke. So at that time I didn't understand all that. So when I say energy also, that goes for the crowd as well. So, people, if there ain't a lot of people in a room, the energy is low. Be like, man, it's only like 6 of us in here, man. It's gonna be corny. So now trying to make them laugh, it's like, I don't want to hear this. Like, all
But
right.
you
So
sound listen,
it
this sounds like preaching. You sound
yeah,
like
so it's like
it's
it's like this,
energy
but
too, yeah.
I had to learn how to I had to learn how to perform when there's only 2 people in the room. And literally I had to do that before. I had to learn how to give them a show just like it's a full room of people.
Right.
It
Right.
doesn't matter. Cause and then in a smaller room, that's how for comedians, for me, a smaller room shows a comedian if he's really great or not.
Right. Right.
Because I can break it down to you. Okay, if it was a room of 100 people and 50 people laugh, it sounds like everybody laughed.
Right.
If
Right.
it's a room of 10 people and only 4 people laugh, oh, you hear the difference. Oh, you
Right.
feel the difference.
Right.
So if you can make all 10 of these people laugh, then you know you great. That's how you know. I believe that's how I believe that you know you're great. So I had to learn how to be great, and I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that's and
Yeah.
again, I can relate. I can relate to everything you're saying because the same principles kind of apply in the church. If you have a small
Mm-hmm.
crowd, and there's energy that you're giving out, you want energy. It's a call and response kind of thing, particularly in the
Yeah.
African American church. It's a call and response kind of thing. If you're not getting any response from anybody, okay, you you know you're prepared and you're saying
Mm-hmm.
something that is relevant, but you're not getting any
Yeah, I'm
response.
getting a
So that
response.
causes, yeah, that causes you to question what you're
And you
doing,
burn
man. So,
yourself out.
yep,
You'll
yeah,
burn
man.
yourself out.
Yes, sir. So,
Yep.
how do I've heard several different comedians talk about how they prepare their content. How do you come up with your material? What it is you're going to
Oh
talk
man.
about, or do you wait and kind of get, like you said, get some energy from the crowd, and you start responding to the cat that's got the alligator shoes on? Do you do that kind of stuff too?
If I'm a yeah, I do it all. I'm a host. If I'm hosting, it's free game. So I draw from this, I draw from that. I start off with my own stuff first because you
Right.
want to win the people over. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So let me do something I know is going to grab them, and then I can start picking on the curtains, picking on the wall, picking on the people, and stuff like that, or and have a good time with them. Me, I don't. I call myself like the Jay-Z of comedy, sorta. Not don't say it. But I'm saying when I say that, I mean
You said
I
it, not me.
I never
You said it, not me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I never wrote like a joke. I never wrote a joke down a day in my life.
Okay.
So I kind of like how I kind of do. I just listen to music, and I zone out, and then I kind of like form it in my head. And the reason why is because I'm dyslexic. So writing and spelling and all that is not my forte. So I had to pick up another way of like just having great memory, some type of way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have I forgot some stuff? Yes. Have I even forgot a piece of the joke? Like, yes, or said it backwards, like, yo. But yeah, but normally, like, yeah, I kind of get to into a rhythm and a groove and be like, all right, cool, I know where I'm at. I know this. All right, I can actually pick up something right now and make a joke at the moment.
Uh huh.
Or now I'm gonna try something new that I was thinking about earlier because I can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I never. Yeah, so that's how I kind of like write. I kind of just write, just kind of like having a conversation with someone,
Right.
or
Right.
just ride in the car and just hearing something and just zoning. And then sometimes I hate it though. It comes up when I pray, and I hate that. I hate that sometimes. Yeah, because it's distraction. The devil gonna distract you some type of way too.
Right.
So
Right.
when I'm praying to my destination or praying in the morning on my way to work or whatever, a joke start coming up like, yo, come on, not right now, bro. Wait, like this ain't nothing but the devil. Like this got to be. But that's how I normally come up with my jokes
So I'm
or whatever.
assuming I'm going to assume that you have different kinds of presentation, different kinds of shows. Because I saw you online and you were doing a show at in Pemberton, New Jersey, and
Mhm.
it wasn't one you were doing in the church. Let me put it that way.
No, 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 no. Yeah, so yeah, I do.
So
I
you
do it
got
all.
different
Like I do.
shows that you do, yeah.
I so yeah and no. So what I would say is like I do church jokes. I mean I do church events. I do clean events, and then I do
Hmm.
raunchy. You want to say that?
Okay.
I do it all. Like, and, I got to get this money.
What's
Like that's
raunchy,
where I
man?
came.
What's raunchy?
I
Describe
cuss.
raunchy.
I like to cuss. I like to cuss. I enjoy cussing, man. So,
Well, when you
but
say
so
raunchy, I picture smelly and sweaty and stuff like that. That's raunchy.
no, I put like this. Something you probably don't want to let your kids hear. How about that?
All right,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, rated
Not G
R. How
rated.
about
Yeah,
that?
rated R. There you
Not
go.
G rated. Yeah, rated R. But yeah,
Uh huh.
so now some of the stuff I could clean up,
Hmm.
and I can like church people like to hear regular stuff. They don't want to hear
Right.
all
Right.
about the church all the time. So I might got a
Right.
couple of church jokes here and there, but I just clean up my set. Just take out the curse words, take out the stuff about sex and stuff out of it, throw that in the
Right.
trash, and to later on, and we still got a good set. Like I still have fun with it or
Well,
whatnot.
you could talk about sex to church people because
A
they have
little bit,
sex too.
a little,
You just got just
yeah,
how you what kind of
yeah,
picture
yeah.
you
So
paint.
you might say stuff like lay hands on them.
Yeah.
You know, you saying, yeah, like stuff like that. I did it.
But
I
you
ain't gonna front. I just
but
did
you
a
know
church
what?
joke now.
You're naturally funny.
Yeah, yeah,
You're a jovial young man, and you're contagious. Your jovialness, if I
yeah,
can say
yeah.
it, I don't know if that's a word or not, but it's contagious. Even though we're virtual right now, you're in New Jersey, I'm out of state somewhere, and you got me laughing, man, just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of who you are, your spirit. So
yeah.
You're in the right lane, doing what you were gifted to do. One of your gifts. You said
It's
you
my
work too. You
gift.
said you got a job. What else do you do?
Right now I do access control and
Uh huh.
CCTV. So pretty much like if you live like an apartment building or like ever been to an office building, you had to buzz like they had to buzz you in, or you have a bad
Got a little freeze going on. All right, he'll come back in a second. Got a little freeze. Maybe he might have to sign off and sign back on. Um, let's see if he comes back. Hang in there with us, Dave Hunt. I see you, brother. So good to see you too. Hey, Elder Brown, what's going on? Good to see you too. How does comedy help bridge together other entertainment fields? I'm going to ask him that, Isaiah. Hopefully, when he comes back on, I don't see him coming back on right now. Let me go to me, and but yeah, we were having a great conversation up until that point. But this is kind of the chance you take when you're away and you're dealing with internet. You know, sometimes it freezes like this. I don't know what he's. I think he's on his phone, and I don't. Oh, so yeah, he went off. He'll probably come back on. When he comes back on, I'll bring him back. But good to see everybody. Really good to see everybody. I know we're late today, but I'm trying to stay consistent with the Fryar Place. Have a lot of other podcasts, actually two or three other podcasts we have. Yay, what's going on, Richard? We have two or three other podcasts that I'm doing right now, which is a good thing. You know, God is blessing, opening doors. Um, you messaged him, Isaiah. Thanks. Just tell him to come on back on. Come back on. I can sign him back in. So good things are happening. The Lord is blessing. Doors are opening, and we're away right now doing this podcast, this episode of Fryar Place from our mobile setup. As you can see, I got a little green light in the back over there, and a little green light in the back over there. Just trying to set things up to make it look like something that is similar to what we do at the Fryar Place in our regular studio. But it's good to see everybody. Again, we were talking to Will Wright, who is a comedian in New Jersey. We're going to have him do a little piece at the end too. If he comes back on, we got about a half an hour. We'll wait for him to come. Yeah, I'm trying to hang in there, Isaiah. Listen, anybody, you got any questions for me with what's happening, what's going on? We got football season coming up. I know the Fryar Place is not about football necessarily, but we got football. It's football season. We had the what's today? Friday. So last night we had the Hall of Fame game. You know what people misunderstand? They misunderstand the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is not the NFL Football Hall of Fame. It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's actually separate from the NFL. The NFL doesn't have anything to do with the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Most people will say it's the NFL Hall of Fame or the Pro Hall of Fame, or they'll believe it's somehow, some way that it's attached to the NFL. It's not. It's a separate entity that exists in and of itself, by itself, and it's not connected to the NFL. It's called the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and they had the Pro Football Hall of Fame game last night. I believe it was the Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals and all of the backups. All of the back was it the Browns? Okay, I saw orange last night. Sister Fryar, my wife, said it was the Browns. It was the Browns. I didn't watch it. I vaguely saw just a little bit of it when I went to bed. But it's football season. It's back. We ready to rock and roll, y'all. And yes, you see the green in the back. I am an Eagles fan. I know Richard, who's watching right now. Richard is a Bills fan. The Bills, Richard, the Bills played the Eagles this year. Yes. So what are we going to wager on that game? We're not gamblers, or we're not. Let's just wager something, Richard, and anybody else who's not an Eagles fan, like maybe my wife, who's not an Eagles fan. Oh, David Hunt, good to see you, man. Thank you, bro. I do the best that I can do. I guess I don't know if Will's coming back on or not. What's going on with him, Isaiah? Call him and see if he's going to get back on because I want him to. I want him to at least in the last couple of minutes to give us a little taste of his ability to make us laugh as a comedian. And it's listen, it's important. Oh, here he is. It's important these days to laugh. Here he comes back on. Let's bring it back on. Let's see. I heard him ringing in. Let's see if he comes back. Come on in, Will. His phone must not be working. He must be in a bad area with without real strong Wi-Fi because I don't see him coming back in. Listen, it's important. I'm gonna say this. Get this out of the way. So my camera, I don't have my regular cameras on. So this camera's not focusing on me. I look kind of red too, like I've been out in the sun. Anyway, I'm going. Oh, listen, I have this happened. Listen, I can remember when I first started podcasting, and if I'd make a mistake or I'd say something wrong, you guys wouldn't know about it. But I'd say something I didn't want to say or forget something that I wanted to say, and I'd be upset and get up mad at myself. I'm like, oh, it was a horrible podcast, and it was a good podcast. It just y'all don't know when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, other than something like this. But other than that, you guys don't know. So I'm used to this, having to take over, something going wrong, having to wing it, so to speak. But I started to talk about, the fact that our guest today, Will Wright, and you can find him too, in case he doesn't come up. Here he comes. He's trying to come back on. He's trying. You can find him on IG and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube. I'm going to see if I can get him in. See if I can get him in. He doesn't seem to want to come in. Guest is in the green room, it's saying. Let me try that. There he is. You back?
Oh, all
No.
right.
There he
All
is.
right, cool.
There he is.
What happened, man?
I was winging it, man, while you were gone. I was doing a good job too, brother.
Hey, I seen some of it. I'm like, he was like, yeah, he wrong. He won't let him in. I'm sitting there like,
Yay!
whoa, whoa.
Well, listen. Like I said, you're a jovial guy. You're in the right lane. It's important. I was just getting ready to talk about this and try to emphasize it. It's important that we laugh as human beings, man. It's
We
important
got
that
to. It's
we
medicine.
we say don't take life too seriously. Yes, we ought to be focused. Okay, we ought to have
Mm-hmm.
an agenda. Let me say it that way. We ought to have a purpose and be working towards our purpose. But at the same time, you can't be so stiff and so stoic and so unapproachable that you don't take time to laugh, that you don't enjoy life. You only get one. I know life is short, and eternity is what it's all about. But while we're here, we shouldn't be so stressed out, man. What does that mean to you
Nah.
and what you do and how you're medicine to people, man, particularly today in this
No,
crazy
no,
world?
facts.
Yeah.
No. I I really like before I became a comedian. I really understood that laughter was medicine. Um, and I'm glad I can give it joy. Like giving people happiness and joy makes me feel so much better. So like I got through so much. To me, I go through a lot. So in my little bubble, I go through a lot. But to make someone else feel better,
Right.
oh my God, like
Right.
it just like it's like I don't know, like it's the best feeling in the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like giving somebody some money, almost. And you just be like, oh snap! But it's like that. It's like I really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy making people
Nice.
laugh, people feeling good, hearing the
Mm-hmm.
compliments. Like it's like some of the best stuff in the world to me.
So you mentioned it briefly, and so I'm going to go there with it. You
It
said
happened again?
you've been through a lot. No, you've been through a lot. You hear me? Can you hear me? Uh oh. Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you.
So you said you've been through a lot.
Yes, sir.
What have been some of your challenges? What are some of the things you've had to face?
Yeah.
And because we know you've overcome them because you're here today. You're in good spirits. You're still doing your thing. You're still
Hmm.
grinding, but you're still moving forward. You're in a tough business, but you're doing it. You're doing your thing. Um, but what have been some of the challenges for you?
Uh, for the most part, for one, I'm a husband. That's a challenge. Uh,
I'm
uh,
sorry. My wife's not
that's a
laughing over there.
challenge.
She's not laughing.
That
My
is a
wife's not
challenge.
laughing. I don't think she heard
Yeah,
what you said.
yeah. That's a challenge.
I
But
think I think every
I'm
I think
also
every husband that's listening right now who will listen is doing a high five. Yes, brother.
yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. So that, and I'm also a father of seven.
Oh, you got
So that's
seven now.
another
So see, when
challenge.
when I saw the
Yeah,
comedy piece you did in Pemberton, you had five kids. I was going to ask you about the five. You got seven
we
now,
added two more to the team. Yeah, we got
brother.
seven
Like you
albums.
said,
We call them.
you listen to one. You pray, but you only read one verse of scripture. Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, hey, yeah, no, yeah. I'm building the body of God by myself. I see.
Boy,
Yeah. Uh,
well, you get
so
seven
we
more.
got
You have a
that.
football team. You
I
get no.
don't
You
want
get
no
three,
more.
four more. I'm sorry. You get four more. You have a football team. 11
Yeah. I don't need no more. No, I don't need no more. I'm good. I
football
won
players make
already.
good money, man. They
Seven
make
in
good
the
money.
Bible is completion. I'm
Okay.
completed.
Okay. All right. You're right.
So I deal with that, but then at the moment, like some of the most recent stuff that happened to me, um, I almost could have died like a couple of, was it 2 months ago? And
Wow.
my work truck brakes gave out on me while I was driving. Only the blessing was I just got off the highway, so luckily I wasn't really going too fast, but I made it to work or whatever, and that was a blessing to be, to not, how can I say, I gave God all his glory for it, but it was just like, this could have been it. This could have been something totally different. So
Right.
that, and then the biggest thing I've been dealing with lately is the death of my father. He passed away 9 days before my birthday in 2021, and I'm still dealing with that. Like I went from having a father every day to not having a hero anymore. So it just I still deal with that, and having to become come king of my family. Like literally,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
mom is looking for me to take my spot. Like I'm Simba. Like
Mm-hmm.
so,
Mm-hmm.
I have to do, I have to play a couple of different roles. So like I'm my mom's husband right now. I take her, I go with her on dates and stuff, and she needs something going on. I gotta go to the house and fix it. And I got a brother, but she depends on me the most. So
Right.
it's
Right.
just like stuff I'm dealing with that, and having teenagers and all kind of stuff. This career, like all that, I deal with a lot. Um,
But you
just
know
I
why
just
you
want to
deal
make
with a
sure I'm
lot?
I'm
It,
I'm a
it's
good man and take care of my people.
the crown the king wears is heavy. That
Oh yeah, this
crown
thing
the
heavy.
crown that you have to wear it's
I
heavy,
don't
and
want it.
it's supposed to be heavy. Why? Because you're the king. You're the king, and that's good.
Yeah.
That um, but your father's influence is still with you, bro. Everything that he taught you, everything that you know, everything that you learn, how you operate, that
Yeah,
influence is
yeah,
still
yeah.
with you, though he's not with you
Yeah.
physically. I'm sure you know
I
this
know he
already.
he with me every day.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's why you're being productive. That's why you're still producing. That's why you're able to go on dates with your mom. That's why you're able to provide for your children, all seven of them. That's why you're able to deal with the ups and downs and the ins and outs and the intricacies of marriage, man, when two people come together from two different backgrounds, two different opposite people, man, that can be it can be a lot. But you're a young man, you can handle it, Doc. Because if you can stand on a stage and tell jokes, do comedy, you can do anything. In my opinion,
Nah, you right.
you can do
You right. You
anything.
right.
That's one of the I think that's one of the uh,
Yeah.
hardest things to do. One of the hardest jobs to have. One of the hardest. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's not coming to me. But it's just hard to be a comedian because man, you got to be. You got people who are looking at you and expect or want you to yes be funny, but they're looking at you. You better be funny. And I think he froze again. I think that's on his side. Yep, it sure is. Let me come back to me. Yes, I'm not. Oh, yeah, not a gambler, but I will think of something we can wager. Yeah, I'm not a gambler either. I'm not asking you to gamble, Richard. I said that earlier. I'm just listen. Your team is playing my team. What you want? What bragging rights? What a nickel, a penny, a jersey, some shoes? What? Willie, William, Lenny, Smith, Sankofa. What's going on, brother? How are you? Simba life. Yes, the Simba life. I see you, First Lady. Okay, he's coming back. I'm trying to get him back in. There he is. Come on. Come on in. He's in the green room, but he won't come back in. This is a good challenge. This is a interesting podcast today, to say the least. Will was talking about the challenge. All is well. That's great, Lenny. That's great. That's great to hear. I see your posts, and you look like you're doing well, man. It sounds like you're doing well. God bless you. But Will was talking about. I'm talking about our guest, Will Wright. He's talking about the challenge of losing his father. Obviously, his father's not lost. His father's in glory. His father is a Christian man. Let me come back to me. He's a Christian man who raised his son the right way. So we know where he is. So he's not lost. But at the same time, a lot of us are dealing with people who have transitioned. And as you said, as he said, he's grieving. He's still dealing with that. And sometimes people will allow other people to hinder their grieving. First of all, grieving is necessary, and grieving is natural when we lose somebody of significance in our lives, whether it be a sibling, whether it be a child, whether it be a parent, whether it be a good friend, whether it be a relative. Grieving is normal. It's normal and necessary, and everybody does it differently. Everybody's different. So if you've lost somebody and you're still grieving, and it's 2, 3, 4, even 5 years later, and you're still grieving, you find yourself still grieving, and people are saying to you, "Well, why are you still grieving? You ain't done with that yet." No, everybody's different. If it takes you 5 years, if it takes you 10 years, that's you. Don't feel like something's wrong with you. Don't feel like you need to hurry up and finish grieving. No. If that's the process, if that's what your process is, and that's how long your process takes, then baby, walk through it, own it, embrace it, because it's necessary for you to heal. And you'll get to a point. It's a true thing that time heals. You'll get to a point to where you're not feeling that hurt. You're not feeling that disappointment. You're not feeling that weight of the grief of missing that loved one or that significant one from being here physically in person. So yeah, it's real. Mary said, "Amen to that." Amen to that. I mean, and even like Will was getting ready to say, it's important for us to take the time to relax, to enjoy ourselves, to take a break. Oh my gosh, we're working so hard. People working 2 or 3 jobs because it's so, things are so expensive these days, and it's so, it's tough to really keep food on the table and keep things moving in the right direction. Come on, Will. There he is. Oh, he went out to the car.
Look, I had to. I had to.
Well, you
The
should have.
devil
You
is
should.
working today. Listen. Somebody in the chat about to give me a blessing. Something is going on. The devil like, nah, not tonight. Not tonight.
No,
It's Friday.
no, you got. Well, no, you because you have a word, bro. And we start and we started messing again when you started talking about. And I went into this while you were gone about the grieving. You
Yeah.
said you're grieving your father. I mean, that's normal and natural. That's something that we have to do. And though it
Hmm.
may be 2 years later, so what? Everybody's different. It's necessary. You've got to get through it, that process, the way you have to get through it. It's subjective for you,
Yeah.
not objective. There's not a standard. There's not a blueprint. There's not a map on grieving, or
Yeah.
yeah, or how we deal with the loss or the transition
Of
of a loved
someone.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like mind you, like I said, like for me, it's like people. I haven't had nobody like tell me to get over my pops yet. like
Right.
over certain things about my like about things. Yeah, and like you got to understand, I always did this with this person, or I always was around this person in this area. So it's hard for me to go and do these things. And it's like, that was like 30 something years of my life.
Right.
And now
Right.
it's gone. And it's like you gotta understand, like it's not gonna be I'm never gonna be ever gonna be the same again.
Right. Right.
My new
Right.
norm is a new normal. It's a new normal now. Like
Well, I got.
literally my father passed away October 5th. 2 days later I was on stage
Wow.
because I know he
He
wanted
would
me to
want you.
still
Yeah.
do what I have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as
He
a
still wanted me
man,
to
that's what
celebrate what
that
I
because
needed
that's
to
what he did
celebrate.
as a man. He did what he had to do,
Ah, definitely.
and
Yeah,
that's why I see
definitely.
William Lenny. Let me put this up on the screen. So William Lenny Smith Sankofa is saying, "Come on, get up on the screen." He
Oh,
said,
that's my
"It's
guy.
hard."
That's my guy.
Oh, you know Lenny? He said it's hard. I
Oh,
lost
no,
my
Lenny.
father 18 years ago, and it still gets hard. It never gets easy.
Yeah.
So
Nah, it
he
don't. It
understands,
don't.
and we understand
Somebody,
because it does.
yeah, somebody sent me a picture of him today. Sent me a picture of him and my mom in church,
Uh huh.
and I had to shed a couple of tears, man. Like it was like, this is my guy. I can't hug him. I can't kiss him.
Right.
I can't borrow no money. I can't do nothing. Like, like I can't do nothing with him, man. Like I just
So
want to hear
so
him laugh. I just want to hear him cry. Like
right,
anything.
right. But you have those memories. You have that in your
Oh
spirit.
yeah, I got
His
memories all
influence
day.
on you. Yeah, it's there. You can hear his voice laughing. You can hear his voice talking to you, giving you instruction. You can hear his voice guiding you, sharing wisdom with you and pouring into you all of those years. And that's what you hold on to. That's what you cherish, and that's what you revel in. That's what you bask in because that's genuine, man. That's priceless. To have a father that pours into you,
Yeah,
as bad as fathers are today in the 21st century. Children
yeah,
being growing up without their fathers. There's half the children who are born, particularly in the black homes, are don't they grow up without their father. So you're blessed. You're blessed.
yeah.
You are blessed.
I was super blessed,
You're blessed.
super
Let me
blessed.
ask you this question. We're shifting, changing subjects. Still about you. What's Comedy Grind
Got you.
Entertainment all about? Comedy Grind Entertainment. Didn't you start that company?
Yeah, so I started as a company, but at first it was just so Comedy Grind was just four brothers from Jersey that we actually teamed up and formed a group, and we
Okay.
traveled everywhere together and did comedy together. And then one of the guys that a member was like, "Yo, go make it a company so for somebody to take it from us."
Right.
So I made
Right.
it a company, and I've been doing pretty decent with it. Right now, it's just for the most part, it's just me. I have other members sometimes, when they want to play, they come in. I don't say, nah, they can't, you can't come, like, or whatever. But we got some flip floppers, but I love them. It is what it is. But Grind is just is my company, is my brand for comedy or whatnot. I'm working on my own brand again, just for me. And it's probably called Right Way to Laugh or Right Way to, stuff like that. So
Right.
we working on that now, but still, Comedy Ground will still be a part of it.
Nice. Now, it almost sounds similar to, and I'm not trying to compare you to them, but like when Steve Harvey and those cats started the Kings of Comedy, it was a group of them that got together and started traveling
Yeah,
together
yeah,
and
yeah.
became very popular in that arena. So it sounds similar to that. So tell me what's next. Tell us what's next for Will Wright. Where are we going to see you? What plans do you have?
Right now, I'm working on a big show. I'm trying to get somebody with a nice name to come and do my show for me. But I'm besides being a comedian, I'm a promoter too. So I put on my own productions and stuff as well.
Okay.
I'm also working on two comedy specials at the moment. So hoping to shoot them sometime
He froze again.
here. One about me. Most part, I can't remember. Like, oh, can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
hear you. Yep, I hear you. You froze for a minute.
All right. Yeah, yeah. So one more so about myself. And then the other one I'm doing with another comedy brother of mine. His name is Ace Brown. That's my brother
Mm-hmm.
in comedy, and we he lost his sister and I lost my father, so we're gonna do a special together called Two Tears in a Bucket.
Ooh, ooh, that's good.
Yeah, Two Tears in a Bucket.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a
we got that.
sermon.
We got
That
that
sounds
live
like a
from House
sermon
Party.
title. That sounds like a sermon title.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's whatever. We got it from I got it. We got the idea from the we got the with the title from House Party, the
Okay,
movie House
all right.
Party.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Jesus
Yeah.
wept. That's what I'm thinking about. Two
Hey,
tears in a
two tears in
bucket.
a bucket. Come on. Come on. Go ahead. It's yours. Go on, preach about it. Let me know how
Uh-huh.
it go. Go ahead. I
Mary
borrowed it from
Ruiz.
somebody. You can borrow it too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know?
Mary,
Yeah.
listen, this people are responding to the grieving part. She said, you grieve because you love. The love for your father is so deep, and your grief
hmm
will be just as deep. I lost my father in January of 2021. Sending you love, Will. That's Mary Ruiz.
Thank you, Mary. I love you, girl. I
Yeah,
don't know who she
yeah.
is, but I love you.
All right. So while you were gone, I started talking a little bit too. You must have been gone for a while. I started talking about football season because it's football season now. They had they
Oh, okay.
started. It started officially last night because they had the Hall of Fame game last night, which is kind of the official start of football season. It's the first game of the season, preseason, and so it was the Browns, right? Yeah, the Browns played the Jets, and I am an Eagles fan, play with the Eagles, but one of the cats that's on here right now who's watching, his name is Richard Melton. Actually, Richard is my cousin. He lives down in
hmm
Texas, and Richard is a Buffalo Bills fan. So the
That
Bills
don't
are
make
gonna,
sense.
yeah. Say it again. Say it
That
again.
don't make sense.
That don't make no
That
sense.
don't make sense.
Boy, that's
You're
the
in
best thing
Texas.
you.
That
That's
don't
the
make no
best thing
sense.
you. That's the best thing. No, he was up
Oh,
here in Jersey when we were kids. He in Texas. He's a Bills fan. How that happened, I
yeah.
don't
I
know.
don't
I don't
know.
know. Anyway, he's a Bills fan.
Yeah.
The Bills play the Eagles this year. So I told him I wanted to bet him something. We don't gamble. We're
Yeah.
betting something. So he said a stylish pair of Stacey Adams sounds good. That's
Ooh.
listen.
Ooh.
You're on. I wear size
Mm.
11. I want. I'll
Yeah.
let you know what color. All right.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
we win, I'll
Green is
let you.
my color right now. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
green for me.
I'm doing a
Give
lot of
me some
green right
green.
now too because
Yeah,
season
see,
coming
look,
up. I
green
got
is
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I got my
yeah,
Jordans and things like that together, man. So I can be
yeah,
stylish, equal stylish this year, make some videos and stuff
yeah.
like that. So listen, what I want to do here, we got a we got about 8 minutes left. Let me see if I have any more questions for you.
Yeah, because I'm
Now,
sorry, man. This is terrible that this
no, no,
happening
no,
to
no,
us
no,
like
no,
this.
no. Let me ask you this:
This
Where are
don't never
you?
happen.
Where are you in South Jersey? Where exactly are you?
I'm in I'm in Pemberton, right by the
Okay, so you're in
like I'm
Pemberton.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right the next town over from the Fort Dix.
Oh, I know where Pemberton is. I know exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got relatives in
But I'm
Browns
not
Mills.
from South Jersey though. I'm not
Right.
from some South. I'm
Okay.
originally from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. But you're from Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So
I'm from Jersey. I just tell people I'm from Jersey. I'm from
we're going to
Jersey.
connect. We're going to connect again. I got a feeling we're going to connect again. And William Lenny Smith. Lenny. I'm gonna call him Lenny because that's what I call him. Lenny. He
hmm
said Kelly Green. That's right. Kelly Green. I got a lot of Kelly Green stuff going on. You see, I got the Kelly Green in
Yeah,
the background back there, y'all.
yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah,
orange on right
yeah,
now, but I got the green in the background because it
yeah.
means something. So listen, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. Are you ready? I'm gonna give you a
Yeah, I
screen.
give you some.
You gonna make us
I give
laugh?
you some.
He
I'm
said,
gonna
I'm gonna give
try.
you.
You know, it's hard. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. It's
Well,
just
well,
me
listen,
and you on here right now.
no, 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 no. Listen, listen. Those who are watching right now, we got a bunch of folk watching right now. Respond in the comments. I'm laughing. Just put I'm laughing. Oh, there he went out again. You ain't laughing at that. He's going again. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's back now. Did he come back? Okay, you're back. He's back.
Somebody called me.
Somebody
I'm
calls.
telling you something. I'm telling you
You got to
something. The devil is
you
working
you
today. Let me
you
tell
got
you,
to put
that
your
boy is
phone
working.
when you're doing these kind of whether it's a podcast or you're on virtually or the Zoom or something like that, and you're on your
hmm
phone. You got to turn your phone. You got to put the airplane mode on, and then if
Yeah,
somebody calls, it won't knock it out.
I tried. I tried that because, and then with the Wi-Fi, but my Wi-Fi was acting stupid. So it's like it's never happens to me. I done did. I do a podcast every Monday
Yeah, I see. Listen, let me tell people.
in the same living room we were just at.
But you never,
Never
you
have a
know what?
problem.
But you never know. Some days it just acts funny. That's one of the. I mean, it happens for regular,
It's raining
the
today.
big
It is rain.
major
It's raining.
the big major networks. You see glitches in the big major networks because sometimes
Yeah,
it just modern
yeah,
technology.
yeah,
It just acts. Sometimes it's right and sometimes it just acts wrong. But yeah, the rightwaytolaugh.com. We can find you at
yeah.
the rightwaytolaugh.com. You can find Will on Instagram at fake Will Wright. I don't know
Yup.
what that is.
Fake Will Wright.
Fake Will Wright.
Yeah, fake Will Wright.
Facebook,
Yeah, you got it
yeah.
right.
On Facebook, comedian Will Wright. That's you can find him on Facebook, comedian Will Wright. Twitter, at fake Will Wright. TikTok, at fake Will Wright. YouTube, comedian Will Wright. Boy, you're all over social media. My gosh.
Oh, I got to. I gotta
Yeah.
be. I gotta be.
Yeah, you do have to be. All right, give
We
us.
trying to get these numbers up.
Listen, y'all. Let me say it again. Y'all go and subscribe, whichever ones you're familiar with, you're frequently on. You can find him at therightwaytolaugh.com. Is there a right way to laugh?
Yeah, it is the right way to laugh. With
What's
me. Come on by. Come on
I'm
by.
done. I'm done with you, man. He said, "Yeah,
The
laugh with
right way to
me."
laugh, man.
Just
Come on, right with me. Come on out to the show.
if you're on Instagram, I
I
see you. I see you, Dwayne Thomas. He said, "I'm laughing." On Instagram at fake Will Wright, FAKE Will Wright. Facebook, you can find him comedian Will Wright. Twitter, if you're on Twitter, at fake Will Wright. If you're at TikTok, I don't do TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, at fake Will Wright. YouTube, I'm on YouTube. You can find him at comedian Will Wright. Listen, give him a reason to seek you out and to get on your
all right,
IG
I'm
or
gonna get
Facebook or Twitter. I'm gonna give you the screen. Make us laugh, man.
all right. I'm gonna give y'all a quick. I'm gonna give you a little quick piece of a joke. You know what I'm saying? Just a piece of it.
Just a
Uh
piece. So we're gonna
just
giggle,
a
not
piece because
laugh.
no, you're gonna laugh, but like it's a drawn out joke. I think this little piece is gonna work because we talked about it a little bit. We both married. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask you a question. You love your wife
Yes, I love my wife.
with all your heart?
Yeah, you setting me up for something? Yeah, I love my wife with all
Yeah,
my
a little
heart.
bit, just a little
Yeah.
bit. All right. Real quick, do you like okay? I just want to know if you're going through the same stuff I'm going through at the house. That's it. I just want to know. You you don't want your wife to die, but sometimes you want her to stop breathing. Just a little bit, just like
Look, my
you
wife.
look over
No,
there
my
like,
wife.
look,
No, wait. My wife is right across this room, looking at me right now. She's
yeah,
looking at me like, "What you finna
yeah.
say?"
Go ahead. You know, you love her. You look over and you be like, you know what, Jesus, I'm going to work. I'm not staying here. I am not. Women is motivation. They are
I'm not. Listen,
motivation.
I'm not answering that question.
Yeah, yeah, you know. So it's stuff like that. Or you ever went to the you ever had that argument like baby I don't need you, baby I don't need you, and go to the bathroom, ain't no tissue in there. Now you need her. You know.
Well,
Yeah,
we've never
yeah.
had that argument where we said we never need. We don't argue. Actually, we really don't argue.
You know, for real that she got a sister because I argue every day.
We don't argue. We don't argue.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the. I
Yeah,
think
my
that's one of
wife
the beautiful things about our marriage is that
yeah,
we don't argue.
y'all need to write a book
We need to write a book.
with a
Will
capital
said,
K. With
"Baby
a
said, Will
capital
said we need
K.
to write a book because we don't argue."
Y'all don't argue. What?
No,
Is your,
we been
I got a question. Is your wife African American?
yes.
Oh, you definitely need to write a book. You definitely need to write a book. You definitely need to write a book.
She said,
'Cause
"Baby, he asked if
my
my wife
wife
was African
challenged
American." I said,
everything.
"Yes." She challenged everything. Yeah. No, I got a good one, man. This is my
Yeah,
second
my
marriage.
wife challenged
I gotta write this.
everything.
I gotta write this time. I
The
gotta write
second
this
time.
time. Yeah, I gotta write this
Sometimes,
time.
you got to learn when you did wrong the first time. That's all.
Yep. Learn from your
That's all.
mistakes.
Learn from your mistakes. My wife argue with me about everything. I could tell her something about herself. She still be like, so what you trying to say is I'm not a good wife? I said, what did you want to eat for dinner? I didn't say nothing else. I just said, what did you want to do for dinner? I just feel like you complying that I'm not doing my part. You're not, but what do you want to do for dinner?
It keeps you on
Yeah,
your listen, listen. I believe, this is just my belief. This is not necessarily biblical, no, I should say it's not necessarily scriptural, but it could be biblical. I believe
got you.
when you find your soulmate, when you find the woman and marry the woman and the two become one, the one that God wants you, or the kind of woman that God wants you to be with. It's not just one woman, it's a kind of woman that those things that you lack in, she is in your life to help you grow in those areas. So those are the areas that
Yeah,
really get on your nerve, where you lack at, where you're really weak in those areas, and vice versa. So yeah, there's an irritation that takes place
yeah,
for the
it definitely
for
irritate
the
me.
cleansing and the growing, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
they make us. That's why the
I
two
try.
become one. They make us whole. They make us complete, and we do the same for them.
Yeah, I got a headache every night.
You said, "Yeah, you don't
It's
want to hear that." He said, "Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I was
I got
like,
a
I
headache
don't
every
even.
night."
Yes, she got so mad. She got mad with me yesterday. I just came in the house and act like nothing happened. I got to
and
act like we ain't nothing happened.
and how did that go?
It wasn't. She actually apologized.
Oh,
That was
really?
shocking.
Okay.
Yeah, she apologized. I said that. I looked at her. I said, "Yeah, you didn't mean it though." But all right, good night.
So you trying to stir the pot
Good night.
a little bit more? You trying to stir the pot? Just
Nah.
say, "Okay, thank you, baby.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate the apology."
It's
You
it's
trying to
Friday
stir the
night. I'm
pot?
going to my brother's house. I'm going to my brother's house.
I ain't messing with you no more,
I'm
man.
not doing this. I'm not doing this. So no, I love that girl.
You got a show. You
She
got a
had
show coming. You got a
she
show.
had all my kids.
7 of them. That's a
Oh yeah, I
lot,
got
man.
7 kids with one woman. Yeah, I got
Right.
7 kids with one woman.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I'm a
Period. And
unicorn. I'm a unicorn. Yeah,
say
it's
unicorn.
just me and your grandfather. That's it. That's it.
Listen, what do you have coming up? Do you have a show somewhere
I got a show
around
on.
the area?
I got a. I'm in Philly. I have a show with my boy Ken Jones. It's actually if you like comedy and poetry, it's a comedy and poetry show. Um, is was it August 18th? I'm
Okay.
there.
Uh huh.
August 19th. You gotta follow me because I'm doing a fashion show. I'm hosting a fashion show.
That's right. You're a male model
August
too. You're a male model.
Yeah, man, I did Philly's Fashion Week one week, one weekend. It was, it was a part of my dream. I did it. I'm happy, and I want to do more of it. Just right now, I'm just focused on some other stuff, but it's coming
Uh huh.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely a sex symbol. So yeah, I
He
want to
said,
get back into it.
he said, I'm a
Definitely a
sex
sex symbol.
symbol.
Yeah, yeah,
who
yeah. So
who
we
who
want to.
told you that? Your wife told you
My
that?
mama,
Your
my
mo-
mama.
well, listen. I have a saying. I have a saying to people that think they can sing. I say, listen. If you
Okay,
and
so
your mama are the only two people that think you can sing, you probably
you
can't
can't
sing.
sing.
Yeah, you probably can't sing.
Hey, I got one for you. All right, so like I said, my pops passed away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And normally, like when people pass away, they they leave you with either nothing, like which is like either like materialistic stuff. Most of the time, they just leave you with that or bills and stuff like that,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
I feel like we need to talk to God. He need to switch some of this stuff. Like my dad died with good hair. I don't think he need that anymore. Let me get that. I can use it.
But
He
you
can
got hair, bro. I'm the
also
one that doesn't have any
no.
hair.
He got good. No, he got good. He got good hair. My hair is nappy. It's
What
nappy.
is
It hurt
what
to
is
get braids.
what do you mean? What's good hair? If your hair is nappy
My
or
dad
what you
had
call nappy,
oh
eh,
my dad had real silky wavy hair, man.
yeah. But
Oh my
if
man,
you have what you call nappy hair, then that means it's
yeah,
resilient and it's going to stay for a long time.
yeah. It's resilient, all right. It hurts. Yeah, yeah. And then my dad can sing. He not using that voice. Let me borrow that. I can hold on to
Wow,
that.
wow.
He could have left me that. He left me
There,
his drawers. My mother gave me his drawers.
there's a reason you can't sing. You know why? Because you probably, like me, if I could sing, I probably never would have gotten saved. I probably I would have abused it and misused
Oh yeah, I
that
definitely would have
gift.
abused it.
Yes, yes, that's why
I definitely would have
you
abused it.
you can't sing
I'd
for
be
the
singing
same
to
reason
you
I
right
can't sing.
now if I
There you
could.
go. There you go.
I'd sing the
You
whole interview.
you can't sing for the same reason I can't sing because you would not
Yeah,
be able to handle it.
yeah,
You would abuse it,
yeah,
misuse it, and you
yep,
never even be talking about God.
yeah. Thank
So
you. Like,
yeah, yeah, uh-huh. What's up, everybody?
yep.
So listen,
Getting it.
man. Isaiah said we got to host. We got to do a show together and host together. So
Come
we're
on
gonna
now.
figure it out.
Come
Yeah, we're
on
gonna
now.
figure it out. Vinny
Let's work.
Capriati's in the house. What's good, Vinny? Shout out to you. Listen, Will, I appreciate you being on today, man. We're gonna seek
I
you out.
appreciate
I'm
your
gonna call
patience.
Isaiah. No, bro, don't worry about it. When you're in town, have you over in the studio.
Okay.
And we'll continue this conversation, man. It's been good, and there's a lot more that we can talk about because a lot more good we can do and give to people from
Yeah.
our experiences and what we've learned and how we've grown from our experiences, brother. So I appreciate you, man, and
No, I appreciate y'all, man.
that whole marriage and the wife and the kids. That's what we want to talk about the next time. We want to get into that
Oh, come
and the
on, let's get into
challenges.
it, man.
Yeah, the challenges that come with that and how you've been able to maneuver and some of the things you've had to do, even the unpleasantcies of marriage and raising kids. We need to talk about that because people are dealing with those challenges, but they're not necessarily responding the proper way.
No, I'm open book. Let's go, man. I'm with it.
All
I
right.
appreciate the opportunity. And I appreciate my boy Isaiah, all that, man. I appreciate it. I had a
They're
good
all
time, man.
they're all watching right now. Cheryl Williams, I see you too. So thanks, Will. I appreciate you. Y'all listen, it's Will Wright. You can find him at therightwaytolaugh.com. You can find him on Instagram at fake Will Wright. You can find him on Facebook, the comedian Will Wright. You can find him on Twitter at fake Will Wright, TikTok at fake Will Wright, and YouTube, comedian Will Wright. My man, he's an entrepreneur,
All
he's a
right, man.
comedian, he's a fashion model. Oh my gosh, he's a writer, he's an actor, he's a producer,
That's
he
right.
does it all. He's a father of 7. My God, he's my hero right there. I don't know how you
Pray
doing
for
7
me.
kids, bro. Bro, I'm gonna pray for you. 7 kids, my God, my
Please.
God, you got to work
And do it
forever.
out loud.
You got to work forever. You're gonna work forever
Yeah.
raising them
Amen.
kids. Well, bless you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on today. I'll holler at you, okay?
All right. God
I'm gonna
bless
get
and
your
love
number.
y'all, man. Thank you.
Love you too, bro. I'm gonna get your number from Isaiah and reach out to you. All right, bro.
Please do. Please
Oh,
do.
okay, and don't act like you don't know me, man. When I
No,
text
no,
you,
no, no.
I'm
I
gonna
got
text you
you,
first.
man.
Don't be trying to big.
I
Don't be
might
trying to
even
big
pop up
time
at the
me.
church.
Okay,
I might
well,
pop up at the church.
we're virtual. We're virtual. You can pop up on virtual. We're virtual
That's
every
still a
Sunday
pop
night.
up. That's still
Yeah,
a pop
yeah,
up. That's
yeah.
still a pop up.
But
Hopefully my
but
internet is better that day though. Hopefully
okay,
my
we'll be all
internet
right.
better that
Yeah. I appreciate you, bro. God bless you, man.
day. All right,
I'll
man.
holler.
Love y'all, man.
Okay.
God
Love you
bless, man.
too. Peace. Hey, y'all. That was good. Yeah. Show Williams. Good Lord, she said that's right. He got 7 kids. Yeah. 7. I was watching a show that he did. It was online. He did a show in Pemberton out there where he lives. And at the time, it must have been a couple of years old, obviously, because he had 5. He mentioned he had 5 kids. And I was thinking to myself then, I'm like, 5 kids, my goodness. I was hoping, didn't really know whether he was married or not. I was hoping that, he was married and they were he and his wife's children, which they are, all 7 from the same woman. God bless her. God bless her. God bless them all. Y'all, thank you. We had a good show today. I am, as you can see, I like these colors in the back. It's green. I am not at the Fryar Place right now. We are out of town. My wife and I ain't telling y'all where we're at, where we are. It's none of y'all business. But I'm out of town right now. This is our mobile setup. I really do need to get a different camera to take with me, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. We still came on. We still got it done. We had a great show with a great guest, Will Wright, the comedian, telling his story. He's a local guy. A lot of great talent in New Jersey. A lot of great people watching right now. Isaiah, Field some, yeah. Cheryl Williams in the house. Richard Melton in the house. Who else? Vinny Capriati's in the house. And Island Smoothies and Salads. Yeah, what's good, man? Lenny, thanks for being with me today, man. I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. Dwayne, you too. Thanks a lot. It means a lot for you chiming in, and shout out to you, my brother. God bless you. We miss you. Mary Ruiz, God bless you. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Is that right, Sister Pryor? Ruiz, Ruiz. Did I say that right? She's not looking at me. Sister Fry's in the house. Florence Oakman, all the way out there in the state of Washington, y'all. She's in Washington. Agent Mose, what's going on? How are you, bro? Let's go, Will. Your comedian's favorite comedian. Love you, bro. Agent, God bless you. Thanks for being with us today. What's the matter, babe? What? She giving me the hand now. David Hunt, you still in the house? Eagles versus Bills, what are your thoughts? That's a question that Richard Melton put out there. You know, I don't need, you know what my thoughts are. The Eagles going to kick you behind. That's simple as that. Just think about it, Richard. Think about it. Seriously, think about this now. Who can stop, as long as, we got a decent amount of health, who can stop the Eagles' offense? Who? What defense can stop the Eagles' offense? When you think about it, that offense is really, and I dare say this, the offense is really unstoppable. We can get into this later on. David Hunt, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us today. Your support throughout the years, man, the couple of years we've been online. Thank you so much. How does comedy help bridge together other entertainment fields? Well, we never got to your question, Isaiah. I'm sorry. He kind of went out, and we were trying to get him back in, and we kind of just got off track with that. So I apologize. We didn't answer your question. Elder Brown, God bless you. Shout out to you. Farmer, I don't know if you're still in the house, but shout out to you. Marilyn Hickman, shout out to you. Catavia, what's going on? Mama, I see you. She's still in the house. Catavia, you still here? You probably just came in and gone now. Cheryl Williams says, yep, I'm amped about this upcoming season. Yes, I am too. It's going to be special. The Eagles are going to be special. Can't wait. Triple option is unstoppable with proper reads. Yes, that's right, Isaiah. The quarterback is special. We haven't seen anything like this. The only other cat that's on his level is obviously Patrick Mahomes. But Jalen Hurts is on a level that no other quarterback is on. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't run the read option like Jalen Hurts, because Patrick Mahomes can't run like Jalen Hurts. Now, Patrick Mahomes obviously is a beast. He's special. He can be unstoppable. But this Eagles offense in its totality, man, y'all watch what I'm talking about. Just watch. Stay in tune. Stay in touch with what I'm doing. I'll be doing on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow me. Watch me, because I'm going to tell the story. All right? Listen, y'all. Thanks for being with us today here at the Fryar Place with the Conversation to Fire. Our guest was a great guest, Will Wright, comedian in New Jersey. Y'all check him out, okay? Go and support him. Until next week, we'll have another great guest for you next week. Y'all, please stay safe, stay prayed up, keep your faith in God no matter what goes on. God will make a way somehow. Y'all, we'll see y'all next week here at the Fryar Place, where the conversations are fire.